And welcome back after a break. You're watching South Texas Crossfire with your attorney, Joe Flores, host attorney, I guess, hyphen. But anyway, and Carlos Lopez, who makes it happen, the Lopez Broadcasting family. Thank them. You guessed it, the Ted Turner of broadcasting. But anyway, I want to bring on somebody that's a fixture, if you will, a beautiful one, here on the show. And that's Barbara Canales, a community activist, attorney, and the list goes on and on. Someday I'm going to post all her resume on here. But anyway, welcome. How are you?
Thank you.
Hey, listen, I'm mic'd up here a little bit, but I reached out. Tell me what's going on with your foundation, Ready or Not, and tell the public about it. We've brought it on before. It was very popular, but tell everybody what's going on.
Thank you, and I'm glad I have a second chance to talk about something that's very near and dear to my heart. My foundation is called Ready or Not, and our main purpose is to raise funds for pediatric cancer research. And this is an area that I know all too much about because, as you recall, my daughter Jackie, 6 years ago, was diagnosed with a terminal brain tumor. But through incredible treatment and the grace of God, we received our miracle, and Jackie's doing very well.
Praise God.
It's hard for me to believe that we were diagnosed in first grade, and now she started 8th grade yesterday.
All right.
So it's quite an accomplishment, but I'm always reminded that we received great news, but so many other children don't. And in fact, 9 children die every single day from pediatric cancer, and that's just too many. So Ready or Not is about to embark on a great month. September is National Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and that's kind of my call to arms, Joe. It means I gotta have a lot of great events back to back to back. I hope people, just like we kind of go pink crazy for breast cancer, I hope people will see our Ready or Not symbol and also be reminded that children's cancer research deserves a lot of attention as well. So we've got some great activities, and I'd love to tell you about them. Maybe some of your viewers might be interested in participating.
Absolutely. And I want to underline this before we get into that, delve too much, is, look, I don't like to date my programs, but she's got a great event out there. Get out there September 6th. And where's
Correct.
it going to be?
It's going to be at the Omni, and it is a ladies' fashion show and luncheon.
Can I still go?
But I want you to know that our biggest excitement last year is we had a table of men, and
right.
I think they enjoyed themselves more than anybody else.
Commissioner Jag and Joe Benavides?
Well, no, but all of you all are invited, and I think that, to be honest with you, it's good to have the diversity because it's a luncheon to raise awareness. Nothing
well, men
more.
make things interesting.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? We just have to know our place.
And
right?
they have great pocketbooks, and we like that.
Yes.
And the fashion show is really just an opportunity to have a fun afternoon where you get to see the fall fashions. Quite frankly, it's something that you really don't have the opportunity unless you're in New York.
Have our own. You're making your own Project
This
Runaway
is
Corpus
Fashion
Christi,
Week.
right?
Absolutely. Fashion Week happens every September in New York, and we brought it to Corpus Christi too. So on September the 6th from 11:30 to 1, we'll have at the Omni. We'll have a great fashion show, and the tickets are $60 each. And as I said, it's all the models are professional. The designer is a very famous lady who's dressed a lot of celebrities by the name of Catherine Roger.
Wow.
And she just has gorgeous red carpet style fashions. And for people that, like I said, love to look at the magazines but have always wished they could see an 80-foot runway show, we're going to bring it to them. But we always remind everybody that we're there for a very important reason, and that's to raise funds for pediatric cancer research. And we're very proud at Ready or Not that every dollar that we raise for cancer research is matched by an outside Houston foundation. So our $1 turns into $2, Joe. And
so if they give people out there give $60 for children's cancer to fight that, it's going to turn into $120.
It's really amazing. It is. And for the well, what we do is there is a small portion that goes to pay for the actual lunch itself. But anything that we make on the luncheon is matched dollar for dollar. But more exciting than that is it gives us a chance to tell everybody about our big fundraiser that we do. The luncheon kind of gathers 550 people in a room, and then we say, okay, we got everybody's attention.
Right.
Let me tell you what we've got for you. In the month of October, And this is the 5th year we've been doing this. We have a program called the Holiday Card, and your viewers are going to get to see some graphics shortly about what that card looks like this year. And
Thanks, Diamond Dave.
and we sell this card for $50, and it allows consumers in South Texas to go to their favorite shops, over 150 of them, in the Coastal Bend. And
I missed that last year.
remember we talked about
yes,
that.
You're giving me a second chance.
And you get 20% off, and you can buy all your holiday goodies for your family way ahead of time and do something really wonderful in the process. And every bit of that $50, gets to be distributed to both Ready or Not and Ronald McDonald House of Corpus Christi. We want to be local too, Joe. We want people to know that Ready or Not cares about our local kids. And so we've teamed up with Ronald McDonald House of Corpus Christi, and we've said, look, for every card we sell, we'll give you half, and we keep half. But again, the beauty of that matching grant is that it's like making money, every time we sell a card. And there's no overhead on that. That's 100% underwritten.
The bottom line here is that America, and let's go zoom out nationally, we've taken tremendous cuts to research. We've taken tremendous cuts to our healthcare system, and we're looking at it's changing, evolving. So private things like you're doing, community things like you're doing, are raising the bar to help where there's not going to be any money. Just like Commissioner Joey Gonzalez, all these other people do. They say, okay, there's not enough money, or the government. Don't rely on the government. We can come together, pass the hat, and help each other out. So,
absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about I know it's ReadyOrNotFoundation.org.
It is. And we have a great phone number here locally that people can call to get more information about the holiday card, or about the luncheon, or about we have so many great projects, coming up. We're going to be doing a great Halloween event called Heroes and Villains. And
can I be a villain? Or?
You can be a villain if you want to. It's going to be at one of your favorite places right downstairs at Havana Club. And
I'm just going to wear this and put a fin on the back of my suit. What do you think?
A great shark tail?
Yes, shark tail.
So we've got, the idea is that we're a big community. And if a fashion show isn't your thing, well, then maybe coming out to a Halloween party is. And if that's not your thing, then maybe you can contribute by shopping South Texas, which is important for our local economy.
Party, or fashion.
Whatever you like.
Whatever floats your boat.
We actually even had an amazing gift sort of given to us recently. We have a motorcycle club here in town called the Alternative Motorcycle Club, who is going to do a barbecue cook-off for us on September 16th at the VFW in Calala.
And you got everybody working.
So I've got, from bikers to moms to from fashionistas. The truth is that what we all know is that while we may all have different interests and we may come from different walks of life, the bottom line is that cancer destroys. And it doesn't just destroy the person it's affecting. It hurts families, Joe. And it's something that, we're so grateful for Jackie's recovery. But the truth is that the radiation and the chemotherapy, the treatments to save her life, have also affected her life. And sometimes she says things that are really hard for a mother to hear, like, am I going to be this way for the rest of my life? And you shouldn't lie to kids.
Right.
So sometimes I have to, gut it up and say, there are certain things I can't fix, Jackie.
Right, that's right.
And, she works harder than anybody else to overcome those deficits. But as I tell her, they're part of you, and they're part of winning this battle of cancer.
And she won't let them beat her. You won't let that beat her.
But what we're about is putting the money in the hands of these amazing world-class researchers. And we're so blessed in Texas to have them in Dallas and Houston and San Antonio. And through a consortium of these great hospitals and doctors and researchers, they're all working together. And we're going to come up with better treatments so that we don't have to use radiation on children's brains that are 6.5 years old, because we know that does them harm. And so what we're doing is putting the money into the really almost Star Wars-like treatments. Yesterday we put a mechanical device on Mars. I truly believe that if we invest in science and in research, that we are in our lifetime going to produce better treatments. I can't say whether a cure will happen in my lifetime, but I'll tell you that we are inching our way towards the type of treatments that we can say when our children are in remission, we're really healed. You know, that's what we want. We want children to be healed, not to carry 30, 40, 50 years worth of late-term effects because of what we had to do to them when they were little children.
Sure.
So I think this affects everybody, and that's why we have such broad-based support. And I'll remind everybody that our symbol is a tree. And no better symbol, right, than life, than a beautiful tree. And I think that ready or not means to people, you might not be ready for cancer, but sometimes it finds you anyway. But I just said this in a speech last week, and I don't know where I heard it, but somehow it came out of my mouth, but I liked it, so I'm going to repeat it. And that is that sometimes we can't change the cards that were dealt, but we can certainly change how we play the hand.
That's right.
And we can control how we play the hand. And I want to be known as somebody who maybe couldn't have changed the cards, but how I played my hand is how I wish to be judged. And so I'm real proud of Ready or Not, and I'm proud to share it with everybody. Las Escondidas is the name of the game, hide and go seek. You remember when we were kids? And what do you say, you know, after you do that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ready or not, here I come. And that's the inspiration for this foundation. And I'm just, all this discussion about healthcare, you know, in our world. It's important that people care. It's important that it affects everybody. It might be your sobrina, it might be your, you know, your tia that's going through it. It might be your neighbor's, you know, child. Sooner or later, it comes home. And it's not about my daughter. It's about Texas's daughters and Texas's sons. And that's why we got to care. And that's why we have to be involved with all aspects of healthcare issues in our community. I'm just one of them, just one. And but I urge everyone to get involved in something relating to healthcare, because inevitably our well-being is the greatest thing.
Well, and I want to dovetail the last 30 seconds. I know that not only are you passionate about this issue, but there's another issue that affects this issue, okay? And it's all about how you are playing your hand, and that is voting, because voting affects how the resources are going to be allocated to children with cancer, to teachers who teach in the classroom, to those children being affected, okay? So what do you have to tell the people out there about voting?
Absolutely. We need to not only, you know, wake up, as they say, and get registered to vote, but encourage our family, our neighbors, our friends to get out and vote. You know, we represent here in South Texas, you know, particularly in Hispanic voters, you know, we understand the value of family values of caring for our children. And this is the number one issue, is health care. You know, under the Affordable Health Care Act, you cannot deny, insurance companies will no longer be able to deny kids who had pre-existing conditions like cancer. So, I mean, this is one reason we ought to be with pride saying that we support this particular health care act. And, you know, we're not just asleep, Joe. You know, we're roncando. You know, we're snoring. It's forget asleep. We got to wake up from the deep slumber that we've been in. And it's important. You know, we have to get passionate about it. People say, well, what does it matter? It matters. It matters for our children. You don't want to do it for yourself? Then do it for somebody that you love that's in elementary school. Because someone they know today will be diagnosed with pediatric cancer, most likely.
Well, I can't thank you enough for coming on.
I appreciate that.
Well, and we're going to be putting on, now you can see on the screen, Diamond Dave's putting on readyornotfoundation.org. I think we also have a Facebook page now.
Yes, Ready or Not Foundation. Please like us. That always, you know, we like comments, and you can find out great information about all these different events that we've briefly spoken about. And
do you have your own fan club? You know, you are a beautiful woman. Don't get mad at me, Priscilla. I'm just saying. But I mean, you are really pushing for this, and you bringing out. My mother used to say, "Tienen que estar bonitas afuera y adentro también." And you are a beautiful person in and out. So my compliments to everything that you're doing. Last 10 seconds, you've got the floor. What else? What else do we throw out there? Anything? Get those 200,000 people that are watching with their popcorn and sodas. Get involved. Come on, get off that couch.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that the Democratic Party has the right foundation for people in South Texas. I mean, they're right on immigration matters, they're right on education matters, and they're right on health care. And those are three things that we in South Texas need to care about. You know, Texas isn't lost. You know, everybody thinks that Texas doesn't count anymore. We're here.
They better think again. We used to be a country.
We're here. I think that we can matter. And I think that if people really do what they need to do, which is just take care of you and your family and make sure they get out and vote, I think that we will see a rise in the Democratic Party here in South Texas like we haven't seen in a long time. I like being an underdog this time around. Beware of the underdog. You know, we do have much to be thankful for and much to fight about. And I don't mean fighting as in hatred. I mean, it's okay to agree to disagree. We have different philosophies than the other party, than the other side. I look forward to a season of politics of compromise, but of passion for what we believe in.
Yeah, you've got to fight for it.
Absolutely.
And Barbara Canales,
thank you.
And remember, ReadyOrNotFoundation.org, and get out there, get involved, give her a call, visit the Facebook page, get on the website. Come on, people, let's go. And we'll be back after these messages.
Every day, 9 children are diagnosed with a brain tumor.
Every day, 9 children
die from pediatric cancer.
We are ready for a cure. Think about it now.
Please donate $9 today.
Forward this message.
No, this child will be gifted with love, with patience, and with faith.
Have you been arrested or are potentially facing criminal charges? You need a trial attorney who is well-versed in the courtroom. Joe Flores has handled hundreds of criminal cases and many of them to trial. Joe Flores can provide you with competent representation to protect your constitutional rights in state and federal court. Joe Flores can help if you have been arrested or facing criminal charges. The law offices of Joe Flores, equal justice for all.